Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ken Rapp, CEO of Blustream, and good morning to our colleagues in different time zones, or good evening. Just a quick housekeeping. If you'd like to submit questions, feel free to submit the questions in the Q&A button, and we will be sure to follow up. If we don't get to the questions today, we will follow up with direct emails and communication with you. If we have time at the end, we will take a question or two. So I'd like to welcome you to the Music versus Noise webinar. And as you can see from our title, we are all living in such a huge amount of noise on the line when it comes to connecting with our customers and building our businesses. And so we're going to talk today about an innovative after-sale customer connection that is going to affect and does affect revenue and market share. Blustream is all about this after-sale connection with your customer and focused on their product journey. So to date, most of the technologies out there are focused on pre-sale, promotion, and customer properties in the middle of the circle of our focus. What Blustream, our innovation is all about is fostering authentic, automated conversations after the sale around your products to engage your customers and have them drive loyalty and trust with you. And I'm going to take you through a few examples. We're going to look at the product and technology as well. And then we have an automated simulation that we're going to offer. If you'd like to follow along for the next few days, we'll show you how to launch that. So I like starting with what keeps us up at night. Clearly, retention, customer retention is at the top of the list. There's so much noise on the line. Just go out and search on guitar or guitar strings or anything, and you'll come up with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of hits online. And so in the whole pre-sale environment, we lose our connection with our customer, and it's extremely competitive. We also are looking for ways to get more out of our marketing dollars. Clearly, we spend 10 times more getting a new customer than retaining a customer we already have. And so as we look at these items and key points that keep us up at night, we ask ourselves, how can we change the game? And at Blustream, we see this as going to the product after the sale and using the product as a way to engage with customers and build trust and loyalty, drive market share and revenue. And it's pretty well-known facts out there from sources like the Temkin Group that you can double your revenue by investing in customer experience initiatives. And it's interesting because investing in customer experience initiatives actually is proven to improve retention, to create cross-sell and upsell opportunities, and to improve customer satisfaction. So this is what Blustream is all about. We're on a mission to help you connect with your customers after the sale around your products. If I share what we do with our clients, we can follow the pictures from left to right. A customer might do some homework and then decide to buy a product, and they then happily go home with their product. And at that moment in time, we've built a SaaS platform that will allow our clients to then start communicating dynamically with their customers, with your customers around your products. And as our client, you then can see all the data associated with the interactions that your product owners are having with your products. So some of the keys here are to think about it as an automated product assistant that operates in the cloud as a SaaS business, and I'll talk more about that, and I'll show you how the product works. And if you look at the musical instrument industry, it's clear that there are hundreds of touch points after a sale that you could engage your customer, from onboarding or unboxing of a new guitar or violin or instrument. There's education, there's helping with the startup of how to tune up the guitar, how to maybe play the first song or two. And warranty registration is automatic when you know your customer and what they've bought, and you then can help them through that onboarding period of time, whether that's a week or a month or 3 months. And then throughout their life cycle of ownership and their enjoyment with the guitar, in this case, you can offer specific usage tips, lessons, gear, tutorials, right from your brand. Whether you're a manufacturer, a brand, or a retailer, our platform at Blustream allows you to personalize the messaging and the triggers that determine when to send a message. And then finally, on care and maintenance, providing your customers automatic messages around how to take care of their instrument. And what's interesting is that it's driven by the usage amount or the environment that they're living in, or maybe the skill level. And all of those types of categories, usage, environment, and skill level, are what we call our triggers that then will allow or send the messages automatically to your customers. And it's another fact from the Epsilon study is that 80% of customers are more likely to do business with a company if it offers personalized experiences. So by thinking about your customer through the product ownership journey, it enables your company to really integrate and connect with your customer around how they're using your products out in the wild. So Blustream is on a mission. When you talk with our team, we're completely focused on helping you improve retention and customer satisfaction. We know that if we can help reduce churn by creating trust and loyalty, you'll retain those customers, and they're very happy to have you as their favorite brands provide them with information about the instruments they've purchased. And we strive to help you create 5-star customer satisfaction across the board. So, how does it work? We start as soon as the customer purchases a product. We integrate with your purchasing systems, your point of sale, or your CRM, or they can sign up automatically with QR codes, which we're going to look at in a moment. And then the messages, where I'll show you how you can start from a template and then customize it to your particular messages and triggers that you'd like to deliver to your customer. They are generally around educational tips, alerts, maybe the weather is really cold or getting cold and dry, and then purchase recommendations that support that product or instrument owner's journey. The product journey is typically made up of a variety of types of messages. It's designed to help solidify trust and secure repeat business for you, really when the customer needs to buy things. So for example, a congrats text can go out, but then it's all about product knowledge. And it's maybe, hey, you've had your instrument for a few months, and did you know that your product after 3 months is broken in and you might want to change your strings? It could be like a proactive or even preventative solution in the journey, sending a message about getting cold and dry in the New England area where I am, as you can see from the background here of the colored seasonal trees behind me. And that can prevent problems with the instruments. Or it could be that there is a jam session happening. But knowing your customer and their ownership journey from an environmental, a skill, and a usage perspective gives you the power on our platform to automatically engage and personalize the contact and the connection and really delight your consumer. We break down the message categories into skill level, environment, and usage. And in each one of those categories, we generally see alerts, maybe due to weather or problems in an area that you want to tell your consumer about, educational materials and educational tips and links, and purchase recommendations. So for example, under usage, if one of your customers or a group of your customers are very heavy users and they play 5 to 10 hours a week, it's likely that they need some things. They may need strings, they may need polish, they may need education on how to change the strings or how to apply the polish or the fret oil in the proper way. They may also need help from a luthier or an expert at the proper timing based on usage or their skill level and environment. So the way the platform works, Blustream's after-sale product experience platform, is we take every customer and we look at what we call their attributes throughout the life cycle of their product ownership. Here you can see in the flow chart, there's skill, environment, and usage, and there's a number of different attributes that could actually be answered by asking and engaging in a dynamic text dialogue between you and your customer. And what happens once we have that data is it will drive the right message or response, completely based on the unique personalized feedback from your customers, all automatically. Finally, thinking about all the data, you then have at your fingertips the ability to understand the needs of your customers and what they might want, and align your messaging and your marketing programs with actual customer engagement. And you can create cross-sell and upsell opportunities to drive revenue. In fact, we see higher revenue over time because it's like your car saying it's time to change the oil. When your customer gets a message that says, hey, great job, you've been playing for 10 hours on your new guitar, might be time to change some strings and buy some tune-up kit. And so right at that moment, your customers, you can have the link in the text that'll take your customer right to your landing page for the purchase, or sent to your favorite retailer so that they can actually get the business. And what you see on the screen here is you see that the Blustream platform has a QR code landing page feature that's part of the platform that would allow you to engage your customers at different times. Some of our customers will put these QR codes in a hang tag and in a case. Others may have a link in an email campaign. Others might start their consumer up on a journey, a product journey, right at the point of sale. All of that is available at your fingertips on the platform. You can also see the messages coming across through a cell phone or a smartphone, and that's all SMS messages that includes the right verbiage and links depending on what that particular message is aimed to do. And finally, in the lower right-hand corner of the screenshots, you can see the data, and we're going to go take a look at the actual platform, and I'll talk more about the data and what's available to you. Our job, and we know this, is to make your job easy to deploy the after-sale product platform. And we've modeled the platform on some other great pre-sale promotional platforms like CRMs, where you can go up online, you can very quickly set up from some templates your messages and links, and then start adding customers and engage and connect with them on a personal basis based on their product ownership. Our platform integrates seamlessly and complements your existing systems. So with your after-sale support systems, and maybe a customer calls and they're having trouble and you resolve that trouble, you can then put them on a new journey that helps them care and maintain their instrument for the life cycle of the product ownership after that feedback from your customer coming in through customer support. We're working with companies on the integration with CRMs, where a CRM may have a closed and won sale that triggers starting them on their journey to help them with onboarding and then ultimately continue into care and maintenance on the journey. And when there's time, it's time to recommend to that consumer a new set of strings or some maintenance materials, we automatically can integrate and send back that list of customers who are ready to buy. I call it a hot prospects panel that comes back to the external system, or you can find that right in the Blustream platform cloud, which I'll show you. So beginning to bring it in for a landing, and then we'll take a quick look at the technology. Customers love this platform. They love being connected to you. They love having help with the products they've purchased from you and contextually giving you feedback about how they're doing with your products. And this gives them comfort and builds trust with you and loyalty. Our customer clients, they love this platform as well, because now they have a direct connection to how their products are being used out in the wild. And so the ability to perfectly time an educational link, perfectly time an alert based on weather or based on playability or some data that's come in from their other customers, or a perfectly timed purchase recommendation because someone's in need of maintenance or maybe seeing a luthier or maybe just as simple as buying some new strings. So the results are amazing. You know, we see multiples on lifetime value directly related to a reduction in churn. And so we call ourselves churn busters. This platform allows you to retain that customer by delighting them and building that trust and loyalty. We see growth in revenue as a result of perfectly timed recommendations, as I've mentioned. Our customers, or our clients' customers, see their consumers, their customers, telling their friends about how great this is to help them. And we are today, I'm very proud to share with you, operating at approximately 90% retention rates on the consumers or end customers that are on our platform across a number of different industries. One of the important last items to mention here is the ROI. Based on churn, we've had some customers share with us that typical paybacks are in well under 6 months by reducing churn. We're happy to share some of that data with you and evaluate your situation. The point here is that for a few pennies a month, connecting to your customer creates incredible return on investment. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the safety net, and let me show you an example. All right. This first example is showing a generic guitar journey. And you can see the first step here is that there's a welcome message from you to say, welcome to our Advantage program, or whatever you'd like to name it. And in this case, we're very delighted to be working with the TKL team. And this is in the text message here. This is a demo, so it doesn't have the trademarks, but this, what I think is brilliant Smart Case program, the name Smart Case trademarked, to tell their customer that they're actually having going to help them through their onboarding and their maintenance and care journey. And what you can see is this becomes an interactive dialogue where the consumer is answering questions. For example, I have a Martin guitar, and this is again just a simulation and an example, but it says, well, great, if you have a Martin guitar, the link can then go right to the content that Martin already has, describing what a great company they are, and a message there, a welcome message from their team. Further, throughout the life cycle, some days later, to offer that even more information about a Martin guitar, again, helping the new Martin customer build trust and loyalty with Martin, as well as through the Safe and Sound Smart Case program. Here we've asked a question, and I'm going to pause the video for a second, that says, the wrong humidity can cause serious problems for your guitar. Do you currently have a hygrometer? So any kind of interactive dialogue like that is fair game, and I'll show you how you set that up in a moment. And so when they say no, you can link your customer to whatever page you want to link them to, which might be your brand's recommended hygrometer. Finally, a little later, you can ask, did you actually buy a hygrometer? We can link those behind the scenes if you'd like, but in the case that you don't, it's all interactive as well. Here it says, did you actually buy a hygrometer? And the customer said yes, and the system automatically said, nice move. What's the current humidity? 49%, and then says, you're a pro. 45 to 55% is ideal. So this just gives you a flavor for the ability to use the product templates and after-sale product engagement to actually build that trust and loyalty around real product usage, environment, and skill level. And now I'm going to take us up to the actual platform. This is a live demo. I'm not concerned. I think it's fun to go up and actually see the platform. So what we're looking at here, each one of those messages was built here in the Touchpoint Manager. And I can go into this Touchpoint Manager, and I have a whole variety of touch points or messages, including a main series of messages that are all linked together. And I can edit any of the text, put in my own links, my own logos, and I'm not going to save this because our team is doing demos every day, and so I'm not going to mess that up. But you can see that it's as easy as going up into the Touchpoint Manager and actually editing the journey, the product journey for your customers. The second piece I'd like to share with you is the analytics. What we're looking at here is a live interactive ability to measure how many customers have been engaged, how many customers got messages out of the 10,000 sent here, about 7,000 got them because maybe the phones were off, maybe it was the wrong numbers, and all that KPIs are right here at your fingertips, 89.9% retention. And you can change your view and select which touch points or messages over what periods of time would you like to be drilling in on. And one of the views here is the top 3 messages with the most responses, and the bottom 3 messages with the least responses, which is critical for you to improve your customers' engagement. The next tab I'm looking at here, and we'll just look at 2, is a tab called Data Insights. And this is really all about all the questions that we've asked on this particular journey. This happens to be a pet journey about dogs. And I think it does a good job of demonstrating that you can actually pick from the pull down list and from the touch point list, all of the types of messages that you might want to look at the data on. And imagine the power now of drilling in on, let's say, for this particular question, an example would be or in the music industry, the best example, a good example might be anybody who's playing more than 5 hours a week should get a very specific marketing campaign about something, maybe a new instrument or maybe some workshop or some lessons. And here at the bottom of the screen at your fingertips, you have the ability to see who actually answered that question as you drill in on each of these types of answers. Quickly running through a couple of these other line items or menu items, you can load your guitars, and this could be, your guitars, your different brands, your different models. This is under the product manager where you get to keep all of your products. You then load your contacts, which can come from any number of sources, including point of sale systems, or could be, as I mentioned earlier, CRMs and things like that. And then finally, we have what's called our forms menu button, our feature or module, where you can go in and actually quickly set up the landing page and the form for you to engage your customer right out of the purchase process. And from here, we simply hit publish, and that QR code would now be live, and you'd be able to use it on physical goods or use it there's also a link there. When I hit publish, there's a link you can use on your website to actually start to invite your customers on the journey. So let me wrap up by sharing that if you would like to talk about your particular products, how Blustream might be able to help you start engaging your customers after the sale, and really begin to build the after sale brand for your company to engage trust and loyalty, we'd love to chat with you about it. And here's my direct line. But as I promised, I'll leave you with this, and we're bumping up against the end of the time. So I think I'll table all the questions and answer those directly offline. And I'll leave you with this. If you would like to try a simulated guitar journey, and I want to share that it's just the simulation. You have to use your imagination, that you could ask any question and put in any link that you believe would help your customer have an amazing 5-star product ownership journey. And that's what we're here to help you do. You have to use that imagination, but for an example or a simulation, you're welcome to launch and this example for you to get the experience like your customers might experience by holding your phone in the photo mode up to your computer screen here, and then just click on the link and register and have fun. So with that, I'm going to say thank you all very much for joining this afternoon and this morning, depending on where you are. And we're here to try and help you move to the after-sale engagement part of your business, your product experience, to help you build the market share and revenue that we all aspire to do. Thank you.